The city never sleeps, but at 2347 it should be quiet. 8 million people, thousands of buildings, one integrated defense network. The radars scan constantly, every second, every direction. Tonight they find something. At 2347-12, the Defense Operations Center receives automated alerts, 12 inbound tracks, ballistic trajectory, range 240 miles, impact time 6 minutes 20 seconds. The night shift commander has 15 seconds to verify before the system auto-engages. This combat power. The tracks are real. 12 medium-range ballistic missiles. Speed, Mach 7. Altitude, 80,000 feet. Descending. The Iron Dome batteries activate across the city. 48 launcher cells. 2 interceptors per missile minimum. That's the doctrine. The first wave launches at 2347-45. 96 interceptors rise into the night sky. White trails against black. The missiles climb. Seekers activate. Each one hunts its target. At 2348-30, first intercepts begin. Altitude, 42,000 feet. The explosions light up the sky. Debris rains down, but it's 20 miles out. Nobody on the ground is touched. Second intercept. Third. Fourth. 11 kills confirmed. 1 missile penetrates. It's headed for the industrial district. Secondary batteries engage. Close-range system. Last-ditch defense. At 2349-55, the final interceptor connects. Altitude, 8,000 feet. The warhead detonates in the air. Shockwave breaks windows across 4 blocks. No casualties. The first wave is defeated. Combat power shows 90% interception success. But this is just the beginning. At 2351-18, the second wave appears. 50 missiles, same trajectory, same speed. The defense network processes the data. 50 targets, 48 remaining interceptor cells. The system was designed for sequential attacks with reload time, not simultaneous saturation. The commander makes the calculation. 2 interceptors per missile equals 100 required. He has 96 available. 4 missiles will have single interceptor coverage. Statistical kill probability drops from 96% to 65% for those 4, which means at least 1 will likely get through. He has no choice. The system engages everything. At 2351-50, every battery fires. The entire arsenal launches in 40 seconds. The sky becomes a grid of interceptor trails. The missiles streak upward. 96 weapons chasing 50 targets. The math is cruel. Some missiles get triple coverage, some get none. The targeting algorithm prioritizes population density. Missiles aimed at residential zones get more interceptors. Missiles aimed at industrial areas get fewer. At 2353-10, the intercepts begin. Altitude, 50,000 feet. 20 kills in 15 seconds. 30 kills. 40 kills. 45 kills. 5 missiles remain. 3 have double interceptor coverage. 2 have single. The 3 with double coverage die at 30,000 feet. The 2 with single coverage keep coming. First missile. Interceptor misses by 200 feet. The seeker lost lock in the debris cloud from another explosion. Second missile. Interceptor connects. Warhead destroyed. 1 missile penetrates the defense. It targets the port district. Impact in 30 seconds. At 2353-45, the close-range systems engage. Point defense lasers. 6 emplacements across the city. Each can fire once every 2 seconds. Effective range, 3 miles. The missile enters the engagement zone at Mach 6. Descending. The lasers fire. First shot. Miss. The missile is maneuvering. Second shot. Hit. The warhead casing burns. Third shot. Hit. The missile begins tumbling. Fourth shot. Hit. Catastrophic damage. The missile breaks apart at 4,000 feet. Debris spreads across a 2-mile radius. Pieces hit the port. 3 warehouses destroyed. 17 casualties. Not hundreds. Not thousands. But the defense network just burned through 90% of its ready ammunition, stopping 2 waves. And the defense operators know what's coming next because combat power teaches that modern warfare is about exhaustion, not breakthrough. Which force breaks first? A. Air defense. B. Naval group. SU command network. At 23:55:30, the third wave launches. The sensors detect it immediately. 120 inbound objects, mixed signatures. Some are ballistic missiles, some are cruise missiles, some are drones, some are decoys. The system attempts classification. 40 ballistic missiles confirmed. 30 cruise missiles confirmed. 50 unknowns. The defense network has 8 interceptors left in ready status. Reload time, 12 minutes. The next barrage arrives in 8 minutes. There is no time. The commander requests immediate resupply. Negative. The nearest stockpile is 40 minutes away. He requests air support. Fighters can engage cruise missiles and drones. ETA, 25 minutes. The third wave arrives first. At 23:56 hours, he makes the decision. 8 interceptors target the 8 highest threat ballistic missiles. The rest of the incoming wave will face point defense only. Lasers, guns, last-ditch designed to stop 1 or 2 leakers, not 70. What happens next changes everything. The 8 interceptors launch. They climb. At 0002 Ward 15, all 8 connect. 8 ballistic missiles destroyed, but 70 objects remain inbound. The close-range network activates. 6 laser emplacements, 12 rapid-fire gun systems, 18 automated platforms total. Each platform can engage 1 target every 3 seconds. That's 6 targets per minute per platform. 18 platforms equals 108 targets per minute. The wave arrives spread over 4 minutes. That's 432 possible engagements. Against 70 targets, the math works. Except it doesn't, because half the inbound objects are decoys. They look like missiles on radar. They maneuver like missiles, but they carry no warheads. The defense systems waste ammunition killing empty shells. At 0003:00, the first cruise missiles enter the city perimeter. Speed, 550 miles per hour. Altitude, 200 feet, below most radar coverage. The gun systems track them optically. Infrared seekers lock on exhaust plumes. First engagement, hit. Second, hit. Third, miss. The cruise missile adjusts course. It targets a power substation. Fourth engagement, hit. The missile explodes 400 feet from the target. Shrapnel damages the substation. Power fails across 6 districts. At 0004:30, the drones arrive. 50 small drones. 30 are decoys made of foil and plastic. 20 carry 10-pound warheads. Not enough to destroy buildings, enough to kill people in the open. The defense systems cannot distinguish them from the decoys until they explode. The automated guns engage everything. 30 decoys destroyed. 15 armed drones destroyed. 5 drones penetrate. They dive into residential areas. At 0005:15, 5 explosions across the city. 12 killed, 41 wounded. The third wave is defeated, but the cost is devastating. Every interceptor expended. Close-range ammunition at 30%. 2 laser emplacements overheated and offline. Power grid damaged, and intelligence reports a 4th wave preparing. Necessary defense or catastrophic overreach. At 0006, the defense commander faces the choice that defines combat power scenarios. The city has no long-range interceptors left. Reload is still 8 minutes away. The close-range systems are degraded. If the 4th wave launches now, the city is defenseless. He has 3 options. Option 1, evacuate priority zones. Impossible. 8 million people cannot move in minutes. Option 2, request counterattack on launch sites. That decision is above his authority. It could trigger full escalation. Option 3, consolidate remaining defenses around critical infrastructure. Let residential areas go undefended. Save the power plants and hospitals. Sacrifice homes. He has 90 seconds to choose. At 0730, the fourth wave launches. 80 missiles, all ballistic. No decoys this time. Just overwhelming firepower aimed at a depleted defense network. The sensors track them. Range 280 miles. Impact time 7 minutes. Reload time 6 minutes 30 seconds. 30 seconds short. At 0008 hours, the first interceptor reloads complete. 4 batteries, 16 cells, 32 interceptors ready, against 80 targets. The commander activates emergency protocols. Every reload team doubles their speed. Safety checks reduced. Automation overrides engaged. At 0009 Nabirazor, 8 more batteries report ready. Another 32 interceptors. Total 64, still 26 short. The missiles will arrive in 5 minutes. At 0010 Urzakars, 12 batteries online, 96 interceptors ready. 16 targets will have single coverage only. Those are automatically assigned to lower priority impact zones, industrial areas, port facilities, infrastructure that can be rebuilt. At 00 port 1030, the defense network launches everything. 96 interceptors against 80 missiles. The saturation finally favors the defense. Multiple interceptors target high-value threats. Single interceptors handle the rest. How many interceptors can one destroyer launch simultaneously? A. 24B, 96C, over 200. At Zotwala de Bravo, the intercepts begin. Altitude, 60,000 feet. 10 kills in the first wave. 20 kills, 30. The interceptors are working. 40 kills, 50, 60. 20 missiles remain. They're inside the envelope now. Altitude dropping, speed increasing. Terminal phase. At 0013 Suars, 65 kills confirmed. 15 missiles penetrating. The close-range network engages, but it's already exhausted. Lasers fire, but they're still cooling from the previous wave. Effectiveness reduced by 60%. The guns fire, but ammunition is critically low. 6 of 12 gun systems go dry. At 00.1345, 10 missiles impact. 2 hit residential zones, 3 hit industrial areas, 2 hit the port, 1 hits a hospital, 2 hit military installations. The explosions are catastrophic. Initial casualty estimates, 400 dead, 1,200 wounded. Power fails across 40% of the city. Water mains burst. Fires start in 16 locations. At 0.146, the defense network is combat ineffective. 4 interceptors left. Ammunition exhausted. 2 laser emplacements destroyed. The city's shield is gone, but the attack stops. Intelligence confirms no 5th wave. The enemy expended their ready arsenal. 4 waves, 262 total missiles and drones. Defense destroyed or diverted 252, 10 impacts. 429 casualties, 8 million survived. If combat power decides wars, type combat power. The tactical analysis is brutal. Modern missile defense works until it doesn't. The systems can handle designed for scenarios. 12 missiles, even 50. But 262 in 4 waves over 16 minutes exceeds any defense network ever built. The mathematics of interception favor the attacker. 1 ballistic missile costs $2 million. 1 interceptor costs $3 million. The attacker can always build more missiles than the defender can build interceptors. The defender must achieve near-perfect performance. The attacker only needs a few penetrations. Combat power shows the economic warfare embedded in every missile exchange. The city spent $320 million on interceptors tonight. The attacker spent $180 million on missiles. The attacker achieved mission success at 56% cost efficiency. The answer: modern destroyers with Aegis systems can launch over 200 interceptors through vertical launch systems, though ground-based batteries like Iron Dome typically hold 20-24 missiles per launcher, with multiple launchers per battery. What would you order next? The city begins damage assessment. The defense network begins rearmament. Intelligence reports enemy launch sites are reloading. Estimated readiness, 6 hours. The city needs 12 hours to restore full defensive capability. The gap is critical. The civilian government demands offensive action. Destroy the launch sites before they can fire again. The military warns this crosses the escalation threshold. Current exchange was defense only. Counterattack makes it a war. The decision must be made in the next hour. Subscribe to combat power where raw force decides survival. Can missile defense ever truly protect a city? Is saturation attack doctrine undefeatable? Should defenders launch preemptive strikes against missile sites? When does defense become offense and change the nature of war?